Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Luchadors 138-16 Reviews, brought to you by Rockstar, the energy drink for rockstars. Okay, not really sponsored by them, but during this review I did drink a lot of it, so to give me energy. And if you guys can't tell, today's review is Predator, or I should say Dutch, made by Hot Toys. Very glad to get this figure. I happened to get it as a trade for my RoboCop, which I think is a fair trade since RoboCop was damaged. And the slipcover comes on a chrome finish, unlike the regular one. It also sits sideways, which is different for Hot Toys. See if I can. Okay, he actually looks amazing, and I'm sorry I have really bad lighting. Let's see if I can put him underneath this lamp and if it'll help. It really looks like Arnold. I gotta be honest. It looks great. This is one of Hot Toys' best achievements. I mean, they really, captured him. And on Hot Toys' part, it was great that they got the likeness to Arnold, because they just said, if we can get that, then let's really just put our efforts and make him look great. Just like they did with the Joker, which was like the last great looking figure, in my opinion, that looked like a masterpiece, the bank robber one. And this figure looks great. You can kind of see a little glare in his eyes, like they made it look like the eyes are kind of wet. And this is how he comes. He comes fully clothed. Hot Toys went back to their original little stands, not the ones that are in between the legs. I don't know why they did that for this figure. But there he is. Major Alan Dutch. This is my first army figure from Hot Toys, which Hot Toys originally started with those kind of figures, so it's nothing new to them. They make little accessories with little miniature pieces that are to scale with the figure and just look great. Now this review is also going to be in part with a modification, and I'll show you in a minute why that is. This is kind of like a faux leather that they put on it, or maybe real leather, but I think it's fake, and works great. This is just an amazing figure. Let's get a better look at his face. It took about a little over a year to release this figure. Hot Toys had announced it a long time ago, and that's when they didn't have the likeness rights, so the face looked completely different, and it was still cool. Everyone was excited about it, but just wasn't there. So they made another one. They finally got the likeness rights to him, tongue-tied there, and came up with a better sculpt. But then they said, we're not happy with that, let's make it better. So it took longer, and they came out with this, which looks great. He has veins on the side of his temples. There's so much detail that this camera can't even capture. And he's such a great figure. I can't say that enough. So I'm glad I had to wait about a year, might have been longer, for Hot Toys to release this, because it's a labor of love. They wanted to make something that was great to the customers and the fans of Predator. So let's get his clothes off and see what his muscle. Okay, so simply just pop off the head. I would recommend staying away from the neck once again, maybe using the shoulders as leverage as you pull up, like this. And let me remove his head real quick, and then I'll show you what to do. Okay, that's what the head looks like removed. It has a regular ball joint, as you can see. though he doesn't have very much mobility. Here's the head. He can't turn like this or really like this. It's just really standard because of the neck. One thing you want to be careful, which is one of the first things I did, was push down on the head to try to squash more, and as you can see, it's left a little indentation from that pressure, so you might want to be careful with that. The inside of the head comes with a socket, and I will show you how to remove that. One modification is to remove the socket and chip away and cut parts away to make the neck quicker. But if you want to keep your figure in mint condition, maybe sell it down the line, I'll show you a way to modify it without having to do that, which I would recommend, because once you cut it up and mess it up, he's not going to be the same ever again unless you glue the pieces back together, which I wouldn't recommend. It's probably going to be the safest way to do it, and what you'll need is some needle nose pliers and a hair dryer. So